GardenStateFightScene.com here with an interesting boxing guest, gentleman who has been a champion, been on top of the world, as a running back for the New York Giants, Brandon Jacobs. Brandon, I know you're involved with Pound for Pound Promotions. What exactly is your title, and how exactly are you involved with Pound for Pound?
We just, me and Pat Lynch and I, we got this young fighter, Steven, and that's probably, I know all of their fighters that they have, Glenn Tapia, Jorge, and a bunch of guys, so I'm just around and I just help the guys out as much as I can and get whatever, if they need things, that's what I'm there for, and I'm working with Kendall Holt as well, as he's one of my own. But I'm definitely trying to get him in a position where he needs to be right now.
I understand you were a very good amateur, Louisiana State Golden Gloves champion before. What was your amateur record? It's funny because most people actually talk about the best American heavyweights are now on the football field. I often think they're referring to you since you were a great amateur. Yeah. Tell us specifically about your amateur background.
Well, it's about 35-2. It's an amateur. Of course, you can't really talk about an amateur career. An amateur career is an amateur career. When you are a professional and things are actually different than amateur, than being an amateur, and everyone knows that. And like the comment you made, your best heavyweight fighters is playing football and basketball. When you got two unathletic statues controlling the division with the jab, that's pretty much it. When he's fighting everybody that's underneath him and that can't get to him because of the length of his jab, and if you get somebody to stand tall and look him eye in eye and just a tad bit more athletic, I think they lose any day.
You mentioned your fighter Kendall Holt. It's well known that you do manage him. A very tough loss for him. Not many of us see it. From what reports say, he had a very good first round before sliding off in the next 5 and being stopped on his stool against Kaiser Mabuza. What happened to Kendall, and what's your plan for him coming off such a surprising loss where victory would have brought him on to a world title fight against Evan Alexander, the unified champion?
Well, with Kendall, he fighting at 140. Me personally, I think it's too small for him. He's killing himself trying to make weight, and he dehydrated himself before that fight, and he didn't have any energy. Kaiser Mabuza did not hurt him because he barely hit him, but he didn't have any energy, and I think it comes from him trying to make weight, at a division that I think he's too big for, and that's what I think is hurting him. And we talking about moving up, we talking about doing a couple different things, but we haven't really ironed it all out yet. But something is definitely going to be done about it, and we're going to move on. I'm trying to get him something, I'm trying to keep him busy, because layoffs is not what we need for Kendall. He hadn't fought since April 4th last year. So layoffs is not what we need. I'm trying to get Kendall to be busy. Now I'm not talking about, I'm not talking about get him in there and pay him shorts, but, we need to get him fights, and if we can get him more fights, during the year, 3 or 4 more fights, for some okay money, we're not trying to break the bank. We're just trying to get him back up to where he needs to be.
Tommy Zbikowski, my beloved Baltimore Ravens, at the Ohio State University, Notre Dame, he had a pro fight prior to going to the NFL. Could you envision yourself having a fight after playing the NFL? Obviously now you can't due to contractual obligations. But after you retire, could you see yourself possibly having a pro fight?
Well, whatever, it all depends on what kind of turn my life takes, I got a wife, I got a beautiful wife, I got 2 beautiful kids, and I got everything I want, so if I'm that curious about it and what it's like to be a professional, I may get in there and try, but I tell you, I'm not going to try a career. I'm going to get in there and train about 6 hard months and go after the champion. And if I lose, I'll lose it. But if I win, he can really have his belt back and I'll move on. I don't really want to be a boxer. I just want to see what it's like.
You're doing quite all right in the NFL. Off topic a little bit to football. Disappointing season for you personally. Disappointing season for the New York Giants. The defense fell apart. Lost a lot of games after a good start. You made some good pickups this offseason. You guys are looking good in that NFC East, which is an ultra-competitive division. What is your outlook for the 2009 season for the New York Football Giants?
I think we're going to be pretty good. I think we got a lot of guys that's eager to win. I think we got a bunch of talented guys on defense. We got a new defensive coordinator, which should make a big difference. And us as an offense, I think we did very well last year, considering the season that we had. But I think we got a lot of guys that's eager to win. We got a lot of young guys that showed that they can play last year, and and 1 year older, I think we're going to be fine. You know, a lot of guys played hurt the whole year, including myself, and you know, a lot of guys we went and got the tune-ups done, and you know, we got the things taken care of that we needed to, and now we're just working out and waiting for it to come.
From the squared circle to the backfield, Brandon Jacobs, the New York Giants / boxing manager. Anything in closing?
Oh no, I ain't really got nothing to say. But if you're a New York Giants fan, you best be looking for a great season from the Giants.
Thank you, Brandon.